Every year there are NFL running backs who hit the 1,000-yard mark for the first time in their careers. Players like Saquon Barkley, Phillip Lindsay, Chris Carson, and Christian McCaffrey all hit the coveted mark for the first time in 2018. 2019 will be no different, as running backs from across the league will hit the 1,000-yard mark for the first time in their young careers. In this video, I will be predicting 5 players that I think hit the 1,000-yard mark for the first time. Before I get started though, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as all support is very much appreciated. Now with that being said, let's begin. The first player that I think hits the 1,000 rushing yard mark is Saints running back Alvin Kamara. As good as he has been the last 2 years, he does not have a 1,000-yard rushing season, which may be surprising to some people. He does have 2 81-catch seasons to start his career, which is more than impressive from a running back, and Kamara is a big reason for the Saints' success in 2017 and 2018. However, for the first time in his career, he will be the undisputed featured back and not have fellow running back Mark Ingram to take touches away from him. Ingram had 230 carries in 2017 and 138 carries in 2018, which surely took away from Kamara's chance to hit 1,000 rushing yards in either year. Assuming Alvin stays healthy all year, he is a virtual lock to hit the milestone in 2019, as I don't think new Saints running back Latavius Murray will have near the touches that Ingram has had the previous 2 years. Moving on to the next player that hits 1,000 rushing yards for the first time is Steelers running back James Conner. We all know James Conner's story and how incredible that alone is. In 2018 though, Conner was given a good opportunity and he made the most out of it. With Le'Veon Bell sitting out the whole season due to a contract dispute, James Conner ran for 973 yards and 12 touchdowns in 13 games. Conner is another lock to rush for 1,000 yards if he plays all 16 games. Conner had 5 100-yard rushing games out of 13 last season, including a 4-game consecutive span of them. During the 4-game span of James Conner consecutive 100-yard games, the Steelers were 4-0 as a team, including 3 division wins and 6 James Conner rushing touchdowns. Conner also contributed 20 catches and 215 yards during this span as well. He fell just 27 yards short and more than likely would have achieved the 1,000-yard season last year had he played a 14th game. I say more than likely because Conner did have 3 out of 13 games with 25 rushing yards or less, so that is why the more than likely. Anyway, I'm looking for big things out of the Steel City's #1 running back in 2019, and a 1,000-yard rushing season is just the start of it. I can't wait to see James Conner play in 2019. Moving on to the next player who I think hits 1,000 rushing yards for the first time in their career is Minnesota Vikings running back Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook has yet to play a full 16-game season in his first 2 years. In 2017, he tore his ACL in Week 4, which is kind of a freak injury in my opinion, especially for the first time a player tears it. Now, if a player tears his knee up multiple times, I think there's a cause for concern, but I don't think that is the case for Dalvin. In 2018, he had a lingering hamstring injury that he just couldn't shake off, but he is fully healthy heading into 2019. He averaged 4.8 yards per carry during his rookie season in 2017 and 4.6 yards per carry in 2018, both behind less than average offensive lines. He averaged 88.5 rushing yards per game during the first few games his rookie year, and I think Dalvin can get back to somewhere close to that. 1,000 yards is certainly an achievable goal because in reality, that's only 62.5 yards rushing per game. Throw in the fact the Vikings hired Gary Kubiak as an offensive assistant, and I think Dalvin is in for a huge 2019. Dalvin's style of play fits Gary's offense like a glove, and I think he could easily have 1,500 plus total yards in 2019. Moving on to the next player that I think gets 1,000 rushing yards for the first time in 2019 is Colts running back Marlon Mack. Mack had an impressive 2018 where he averaged 4.7 yards per carry and had 900 yards rushing and 9 touchdowns in only 12 games. I think he continues this year and easily goes for over 1,000 behind the strong Colts offensive line led by 2018 first-round pick Quentin Nelson. The Colts quietly have one of the best offensive lines in the entire NFL and transformed that in what seems like just a year. Mack averaged nearly a yard more per carry in 2018 than 2017, and a large part of that was due to the improvement of the line. With another year under each of their belts, and assuming Marlon Mack stays healthy, I don't see any way that Mack doesn't get 1,000 rushing yards in 2019. I think he gets 10 rushing touchdowns in addition to this and will be a very good fantasy player. Mack had 4 100-yard rushing games in 2018, and I think he can get at least that in 2019, if not more. I will be very surprised if Mack doesn't get serious Pro Bowl consideration at the end of the 2019 season. The final running back that I think gets 1,000 rushing yards in 2019 in this video is 49ers running back Matt Breida. Matt Breida ran for over 800 yards in 2018, which was nearly double what he ran for in his rookie year back in 2017. He averaged an impressive 5.3 yards per carry last year with Jimmy Garoppolo on IR for most of the year. Breida had 3 100-yard rushing games last year and had 8 games with 50 yards or less. Another reason I think Breida goes for over 1,000 this year is because he only had 153 carries in 2018 and should get significantly more in 2019. Breida had 0 games with 18 carries or more last year and had 5 games with 10 carries or less. I think head coach Kyle Shanahan gets him more touches this year, and I think he goes for well over 200 carries. Second-year tackle, who by the way is very good, in Mike McGlinchey, will only help him get there. I don't know if Breida will be in Pro Bowl consideration at the end of 2019 because there will be several good running backs that will be in consideration of their own, such as Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Le'Veon Bell, and so on. But I do think Breida gets 1,000 this season and is a better fantasy running back because I think he rushes for more than 3 touchdowns this year, which is what he ran for in 2018. That's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, as all support is greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for watching, and have a great day.